The Ottawa Senators are extremely pleased to select from the Boston U Terriers, Brady Tkachuk.
Derek Brassard, cross, go in, score! 2-on-1, goes around.
Welcome to SENS Talk. My name is Brandon, and I am your host. Before we get started, please follow us on Twitter at SensTalk_. For live updates of the games and, of course, breaking news. After every single Senators game, we tweet out a poll for you, the fans, the vote for the SENS Talk Star of the Night. After every single game recap, like this video, we announce the results, and at the end of the year, we're going to do a big poll. So please participate. It's fun to engage with you, the fans, and please check it out there at SensTalk_. Now, before we get into tonight's recap between the Florida Panthers as Mike Hoffman makes a return to Ottawa, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor SeatGeek for sponsoring tonight's video. SeatGeek is the ticket app that takes the confusion out of buying tickets. They rate the tickets between the score of 0 to 10, with 10 being obviously very good and 0 not as good. A great algorithm they use on the website or on the App Store, any App Store, Android, Apple, etc., is the fact that you could be looking at any event venue. You could be looking at like Canadian Tire Center, because we're Sens fans here, so we're going to talk about that for a sec. And you're in the 100 sections, and you have a bunch of green dots, some red dots, and some yellow dots. And same thing in the 300 section. In the 300 section, you have a red dot, which means it's overpriced. But when you see that green dot in the 100 section, like front row, behind the net or something, it's like a good deal. So it's like $60 off face value price. It's easy. It's easy to use the website or app. The algorithm with the green-red dots really helps you get your tickets quickly. And added bonus, after saving some money using this algorithm with the green-red dots, use my code SENSTALK, I repeat, SENSTALK, to save $20 off your first purchase on any ticket on SeatGeek.com or on the App Store. Besides that, let's get into tonight's recap between the Ottawa Senators and the Florida Panthers. Tonight's game is between Mike Hoffman's Florida Panthers and the Ottawa Senators. But before we get into the game recap, which lot to recap, let's get into some lineup notes and some very important information from tonight's game. So firstly, Chris Wyman's out, Yaros is in. For the lineup, McCormick's still scratched. Only change there, Anderson starts. But during the game, late in the first period, there was a medical emergency in the 100 section. The game was delayed and not postponed, but the first period was pushed to after the first intermission. They would play out the last 3 minutes of the first period and then start the second period because of the medical emergency. CTV tweeted out that the 83-year-old man, when he went to the local hospital, was unresponsive, and thoughts and prayers with the family at this difficult time, as this is tragic news, of course, and nothing. Just hoping that a miracle can happen for that family as well. Like minutes into the second period, this is like a 5-minute span after the man was taken to hospital after having a seizure, apparently. Trocheck got slammed into the boards. Clean hit, not intentional, but he fell down on his knee awkwardly, and he was stretchered off as well. And it's not a good start to the game. He's going to be out long term, I'm sure. Definitely broken leg / broken ankle, but I've torn my MCL, and the way that knee bent, I'm hoping I'm wrong, but definitely some knee damage there, and could be a season-ending injury. Bearing surgery on that knee, and that's not something you want to have, because a knee injury is the worst injury to have in sports or in general. And hoping I'm wrong, but the way that knee bent, not looking good for Vincent Trocheck. Now let's get into tonight's game. Mike Hoffman's return. He's riding a 15-game point streak going into this game, and Michael Bodker, who we got back for Hoffman, is let's just say not. He hasn't scored in his last 15 games. Starting goaltenders James Reimer for the Florida Panthers and Craig Anderson for the Ottawa Senators. So the first period you go. 2 minutes in. What a pass from Yaros to Duchesne. Roofs it on the breakaway. It's 1-0 Ottawa from Yaros and Thomas Hotson Bacho Shabbat. 1-0 Senators. Senators are hot. They're going. Duchesne, this is his 13th point in his last 6 games played so far. What a solid start in the last 2 weeks for Matt Duchesne. 3 minutes later, though, Yaro's miss can't clear the puck. Troy Brouwer puts it past Anderson, and we're tied at 1. Moments later, Barkov, it's 2-1, and then a miscue between Ceci and Lajoie leaves McCann on the breakaway. He beats Anderson. All of a sudden, Sens are down by 2. It's 3-1. And then, like I said, with the Vincent Trocheck injury, the arena's dead. Like, there's no energy in the arena. And with the 0.02 seconds left, Dadonov bats the puck into the net. It's a 4-1 lead going to the second period, and looks like the Sens are done. But wait, 132 in. Drake Batherson to Matt Duchene. It's a 4-2 game as Reimer gives away the puck and no empty net for Duchene to put it in, his second goal of the night. And man, Batherson putting the points on the board. It's a 4-2 game. Duchene's second night, 10th of the year. Back-to-back games with 2-goal night. We move on now. 3 minutes later on the power play. No one's covering Batherson as they're all focusing on Duchene. Batherson, boom, 4-3 on the power play from Matt Duchene and Maxime Lajoie. Batherson's second in the National Hockey League. That's 5 points at this point in 30 minutes of National Hockey League time. I repeat, he scored 5 points in 30 minutes in the National Hockey League through this point of the game. That is, how do we say it? Elite. As well, McCormick, Pyatt, and Payarvi have 2 points combined altogether. Batherson, 30 minutes so far, 5. So, kind of tells you a little telltale story here. We move on now. This is Duchene's fourth 3-point game in his last 7 games, which it's kind of unreal, because having a multi-point game is very hard. Doing this 4 times out of your last 7 is unheard of. Matt Duchene is on another level right now. Like, here's like an average player like Mitch Marner, like a Vincent Trocheck or something, like a decent player. This is where Matt Duchene is right now. He is absolutely unreal. We move on now. 4 minutes later, Michael Haley, and no defensive coverage. CC's is looking the other way, and Haley puts it right into the net. No chance for Anderson. It's a 5-3 lead on his first of the year from Mikko and Aaron Ekblad. Moving on now, Frankie Vetrano chases Anderson out of the net. This was a bad goal on Anderson. It's 6-3 heading to the third period, and the Senators look dead. Until Zach Smith, a nice play for Borietzky, keeping it into the zone. He skates as hard as he can, which is not bad actually. Pokes it to the back of the net. Ryan shoots it on net, and somehow it bounces off Smith and into the net. It's a 6-4 game. Lots of goals. 6-4 game. Smith, third of the year, assisted by Ryan and Mark Borietzky. Great play by Borietzky. He's the reason this goal went in. Sanders are starting to gain some momentum. 3 minutes later, a bad turnover from James Reimer. As the Sanders, Stone is robbed after a nice pass and turn. Stone is robbed from Reimer, but he can't hold on the rebound. And Brady Tkachuk skating in, and he puts it in, does a nice little celly, and then jumps on the boards. It's a 6-5 game. Ottawa all of a sudden on a comeback trail. That's Tkachuk's back-to-back games with a goal. Keith Tkachuk, his father, was excited in the crowd. 6th of the year. Sanders, all of a sudden, are down by 1 goal. It's 6-5. They're getting some momentum. 5 minutes to go. A 5-on-3. The Sanders just can't bury the chances. Can't bury the chances. No, there's like 1 or 2 shots on that power play. They get nothing going there. And then, before we get to the last couple minutes, I want to give a quick update on Mikko Bodker. He could have scored 4 goals tonight. And not because of him. He was given great passes, wide open nets, and he missed all 4. So, there's a chance in the last, that 5-3 goal where Haley scored. 6-3 goal, pardon me. Lots of goals. Bodker fan on a one-timer pass and led to a goal. Bodker didn't play well today. He hasn't played well recently, and I think Boucher should bench him to wake him up, because right now this was the climax of how bad he's been playing, and it leads to this as Hoffman came back, was traded for Mikko Bodker, and Hoffman now sprung loose after Senators are giving up. The Senators are in their zone, and there's an odd man rush for the Panthers. Hoffman's given the puck, and he beats it past Mike. He puts it past Mike McKenna. He does it. The PK Subban celebration, and right in front of the Sanders bench, lets everyone know that he just scored, extends his point streak to 16 games, and Sanders lose a heartbreaker. The final score 7-5 on a wild ride, and Hoffman scores his 9th of the year from Lamico and Huberdeau. And the Sanders lose a game they should have won. They lose 7-5, and very disappointed. Very disappointed. I have not been this frustrated with this team all season. This is the game, the climatical game where bad defensive turnovers, sloppy and zone play. Exciting game, but sloppy play in your own zone, and you can't give the offense a break. This is a game they should have won. They lost it. The Panthers got the lucky 2 points here, as they were played well, but they really held on in the last in that third period. But either way, final score 7-5. Shots on goal 38-32. Senators, they played really well. Face-offs, Ottawa 34-27. Ottawa's power play did not look good tonight in the third period, the last 10 minutes. Only got a shot or two off in the 5-on-3. 1 for 5. Hits for 26-18 Panthers. 3 stars of the game. Third star Aaron Ekblad with 2 assists on the night. Second star with the Senators. Matt Duchene, 2 goals, 1 assist, a 3-point game. 4th time in the last 7 games. 21 minutes on the ice. And the first star, Juho Lammikko. All his points in his NHL career has been against the Ottawa Senators. Go figures. 4 assists tonight, plus the rating, 15-51 on the ice. He is the first star of the game according to the National Hockey League. Attendance tonight was 11,570, which is Florida Panthers style attendance, which fits the bill because we're playing the Florida Panthers. Let's get into the SENS Star of the night, voted by you, the fans. So the 4th star of the night, voted by you, the fans, with 3% of the vote, Thomas Chabot. I saw Chabot have a couple of nice plays, bring it into the zone. He got a couple points tonight as well, but he brought it to the zone, creating chances on blue line. And he was the only blue lineman where I was like, you know what, you're having a good game. And not a lot of, I could have given an honorable mention to Turney. He was very noticeable. A couple of chances from Stone. He got an assist on that Tkachuk 6-5 goal. And Turney had a really good game. Chabot had a really good game. So I'll split it between Chabot and Turney there. Third star of the game, 4% of the vote, Brady Tkachuk. I love that celebration. Gave me goosebumps for like 5 minutes. Absolutely electrifying player he is. He brought the Senators back to with 1. He creates lots of momentum. Great character guy like usual. And he really got into it. Lots of exchange and roughing with players. He really gets into their heads, and he's a solid player and top 6 player for sure. And I'm so glad I was wrong about him when we drafted him. Second star of the game, 60% of the vote. Hashtag bath time. The Drake Batherson, 60% of the vote. Another 2-point performance for Drake Batherson. 5 points in 3 games. Unreal start for the rookie. And if you have fantasy hockey, pick him up right now. Another person to pick up is this guy. First place, 77% of the vote. Pick him up right away. Matt Duchene. 4 games. In his last 7 games, 4 times he scored multiple point games. He had 2 goals, 1 assist tonight. Matt Duchene has gotten like 15, 16 points in his last 7 games. Absolutely unreal. And on top of that, this is after the Uber video. So it looks like it sparked a chord for him. And the Senators are so thankful for Matt Duchene. And hopefully they'll get a contract done with him, because he is that player that they traded for. And we have a core now. If Batherson, White, etc. continue to play well, Tkachuk. We have a core. We have a core that you could build around again, and hopefully Melnick will sell, and we'll be fine. But besides that, thank you all for watching. I appreciate the support. So please follow us on Twitter @SenStock_. For live updates of the games, and of course, breaking news. Please like us on Facebook SenStock, add our circles on Google Plus SenStock, click the big red button down there, and subscribe to us. Like the video, share this video, or share cool stuff. Please check our website, SenStockCentral.com. We update that every single day. Of course, SeatGeek.com. Download the app on the App Store, or check out the website and use the code SENSTOCK to save $20, I repeat $20, on all tickets on the website off your first purchase. Besides that, final score 7-5. Senators are now 9-3 on the season. I'll see you Wednesday when the Senators take on the Minnesota Wild on November 21st at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll see you then. Go Sens go.